Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. In today's video, I am giving myself a 5-minute challenge. Can I do a full face of makeup in 5 minutes or less? You know, we all have those days when something goes wrong in the morning and we're super rushed, and sometimes it's nice to know, you know, it's like one of those emergency drills. You never know when you're gonna have an emergency, but you practice it anyway to see just what minimum time you need to get ready. So I have done my morning routine on my skin, but I have not primed it. So let me talk a little bit about my methodology for doing this and being ready to do it, and then I'm gonna see if I can get it done in 5 minutes. So I have a foundation that I know I do not need a primer for. Also that it applies really well with my fingertips. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Up to 24-Hour Foundation. Great foundation. I will set with a setting powder, and if I can't get to a finishing powder, I'm gonna be okay just with the setting powder. Also, I have an eyeshadow palette that I know and trust and love. In this case, it's the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice from 2018, not the extra spicy this year. And I can certainly put together a look that isn't gonna need any blending. I can blend as I go. Depending on how I'm doing on time, I think curling eyelashes is something that I'm not gonna skip. I am skipping lash primer, however, and just going with mascara. We'll see how that works out. And I know that it's going to take me less time to tightline than to do that along the upper lash line with a dark shadow, so I will be tightlining today. And I will be putting on, what is this stuff? Eyeshadow primer today. It's the Too Faced 24-Hour Shadow Insurance. So there are the ground rules. I do have a beauty blender. It is not, it's not damp. I didn't get it wet. It's still, there's still a little bit of moisture from it drying from when it was washed last. And oh, and I have an Easy Peasy blush. This is the NYX Hamptons blush. Very pretty. Okay, deep breath, everybody. And I'm gonna get this open first because getting that blush open is kind of ridiculous. I have 5 minutes on my timer. Let's see if we can get this done. So first thing, foundation, and no primer, no concealer, no highlight, no contour. This is one of those mornings when, you know, your alarm didn't go off, or you forgot you had an early appointment, an early meeting, or you needed 10 more minutes of sleep, or you were just, maybe this is your everyday. Maybe every day. If you can't do it in 5 minutes, it doesn't get done. And I think there's a lot to be said for that philosophy. All right, and now just, okay. And I should have put the eyeshadow primer on first, but I did not. So it goes on now. And honestly, if I could only do a couple of things before I had to walk out the door and it was something I kind of cared about, it would be this stuff. It would be foundation, brows, mascara, lips, and blush. Pretty much in that order. So I'm getting a little bit more than that, I hope, today. I'm just gonna do a quick spoolie through that. Excuse me, I'm looking in my mirror here because I can't see if I look at you. All right, I said I was doing setting powder, which I am. This is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. And I did not take a ton of it on the brush, but I am using it, as you can see, working it in kind of like crazy all over my face. I didn't grab any contour, but you know what? There's always a little bit left on our blush, so I just grabbed the brush and didn't worry about putting anything extra on it. Here is that NYX Hamptons blush. It is such a pretty shade. It's really neutral, so I knew it didn't matter what palette I grabbed. This was gonna work. And this is a big old fluffy Sonia Cusack brush, which I love for blush. Okay, crease. And going in with gingerbread latte, just a good crease color. Wham bam, thank you. And honestly, you know what? I think if you had to, if you're really, really running late, if you had to, you just stop right there. But let's go with, why not? Hot Toddy, because it's such a fabulous color. And if you're going to be running late and rushed, why not use a fabulous color? Then people will pay attention to the fabulous color and maybe not so much that, did you miss something? And I'm going in with the spiced eggnog. I'm going to hit a little bit of a brow highlight. Oops, got a little messy there. And inner corner, just to blend into that hot toddy and lighten up the inside corner of my eyes. Now I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs gel eyeliner, and I think this is in the color Irony. And I am hitting just the underside of my lashes in my waterline. And again, that just makes such a huge, for me, it makes a huge difference. So that's why I am including it in my 5 minutes. All right, and let's smudge out underneath with some of that same color that I used in the crease, just to get a little bit of color underneath the lashes. Sorry about that. I was not thinking about, you just cover up what I'm doing with the palette. All right, let's go in for a quick curl. And I squeeze pretty hard. And that was enough of a curl, and I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara today because it's a nice thick mascara. So by not having a primer, I'm still getting some good thickness for my lashes. Oh, snap, that's 5 minutes, okay. Let's just reset it now for stopwatch and see how much over it takes to get where I'm not embarrassed to walk out the door. So, mascara on the other side, and yes, I realize I just forgot to curl the lashes on this side. See, it really is just like a morning when I am hustling and bustling. I'm sorry, I covered it up again, so sorry. Hustling and bustling to get out the door. All right, there are both eyes done with mascara. Blush is already done. We need something on the lips. This is Stila in Beauty Boss. And again, it's a great, very comfortable gloss, wonderful neutral color. And if I just take the brush I use for my finishing powder, not even putting any extra, but we always know there's a little bit there. Boom. Okay, I went over by 54.62 seconds. So, did I get it all done in 5 minutes? No. Was I close? Yes. And you know what? I think it looks pretty good. I think when you have to, you can do a 5-minute face or a 6-minute, 5-minute, 54-second, and 62 1,000ths face. Anyway, this was fun. I hope you had fun. I hope your mornings are usually much more relaxed than this. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all my new subscribers. There are so many of you subscribing, and oh, you mean the world to me. And of course, my original ones, everybody, y'all mean the world to me. Have a really fantastic day.